Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is my first ever YouTube video. As you can tell by the title, we're gonna be getting into some really deep conversation today. Something that's very emotional for me. So stay tuned and don't forget to like, comment, share, and also subscribe. I'll make sure my next videos don't be as sad as this one, but just bear with me, y'all. Okay? So let's get into the video. How my mom passed away. As most of you know, I know a lot of people, I ain't gonna say most you know, but I know a lot of people, okay? And when I tell them, like, I don't act like, I don't even know how you're supposed to act that your mom passed. I don't know. Like, when people see me, they're like, you don't act like your mom or dad. It's like, how do I supposed to act? Do I supposed to be sad every day? Do I supposed to cry every day? I don't know. So, I know a lot of people be wondering, like, how did she die? And I just keep it briefly and say, like, a one-word thing. So this video is for a lot of people that always ask, and it's just really me sharing my story and my continuous healing journey, because one thing I want to tell y'all, grief is a never-ending journey. It's never ending. Grief is never ending. And my mom been passed for 12 years and it's just still a never ending journey. Okay, so let's get into it. My mom passed away when I was 13 going on 14, but I always tell people I was 14 years old. So at that time I was in 8th grade. Yay me. I was in 8th grade. I had my little whole life planned out, you know how I wanted it to go. So at the time, my sister had a baby. My sister she had a baby at 14. So my nephew was about to turn 1 year old, okay? But before that, about a week before that, we was able to go back to school. And this happened in 2011 in Chicago. We had this big blizzard. I'm talking about 5 feet of snow. So we was out of school. And this is the first day we can go back to school. I was so happy to get up out of the house because I got a lot of siblings and I was ready to go be at school. And so mom was like, take your little sister with you. My little sister was like in kindergarten or something at the time. I forgot. No, she had been in like first, second grade maybe. And I was just like, okay. So I was telling her, go get ready. Go get ready. She was playing like little kids do, playing, taking a sweet time. Baby, I'm about to dip. I'm about to go to school. 8th grade, I was about to go. She's taking all day. I left her. Okay, I went to school. Come back home. And I bring a friend with me because she had to wait at my house until mama got off of work. So my mama kept coming downstairs like, what time your friend go home? I don't know. Whenever her mama get off work. What time your friend go home? I don't know, mom. Like, she just kept saying it. And I couldn't figure out why, but it didn't really raise a suspicion until she left. And my mom was like, let me show you something. Gets upstairs, she shows me my nephew leg. And I'm like, what happened? And so on my left nephew legs, he had 3rd-degree burn. So where his skin was off. His skin was off his legs and it was just basically hanging off his toes. And so she explained to us what happened, which was my little sister tried to wash him up, put him in the tub, and he got 3rd-degree burn. And so my mama used to be a nurse. Let's rewind back a bit because y'all probably don't know. My mama left them in the house, okay? She left them in the house to go get some food. We asked her where she go. She was like, I went to Sharks to get some chicken so they can eat. Okay, cool. This ain't the first time she didn't left us in the house by ourselves, but usually we're there. But I'm sure all the older kids was gone. My brothers and them was in and out of school, so sometimes they'll go, sometimes they don't. And so I'm assuming they wasn't there at the time, and she just left them in the house. Um, it was a mistake. She left them in the house. My nephew got burned. My mama used to be a nurse. I guess she felt like she can fix it. I don't know why she thought that. I don't know her thought process. I don't know why she thought that. I really don't. But I always hear people, they want to say their opinion, and that's cool. That's understandable. Because I personally would have took his ass to the doctor. But at the time, I got to think about, okay, she felt like she can fix it. Because that's what mothers do. They fix everything. So that she felt like she could fix it. But she couldn't. So we went to the Walgreens. We got all the stuff to try to heal his leg. However, it was healing, but it was getting infected. So he had to go to the doctor. Took him to the doctor. Of course, doctor asked him 1,001 questions. What happened? So that's when the lies getting to start. And my mama was I guess she just started getting paranoid and panicking, and she didn't want to lose her kids. And she had 10 kids. My father was married, had 5 boys, 5 girls, 10 of us. Yeah, I got a big ass family. It's a lot of us. So at the time, it was only 8 living kids. So I guess she said she didn't want to lose her kids, especially like this. So she decided, I don't know why she decided she's going to commit suicide. So one day, she told me to come with her to the doctor. So I came with her to the doctor. As we riding on the bus going to the doctor, she was like, I'm gonna jump in Lake Michigan. I'm gonna kill myself. I'm jumping Lake Michigan. Now, when she said it, I laughed. I laughed at her when she said it, because I just couldn't believe she said that out of her mouth. You gonna jump in Lake Michigan? Baby, you don't even know how to swim. Where you going? Why would you say that? I laughed at her. I really laughed at her. And I wish I never laughed at her, but I did. And she was like, you think I'm playing? She was like, you take me for a joke. You think I'm playing? And I was like, yeah, I do. Because we go to church every Sunday. You teach us about being a Christian. This is not how we talk. I have never heard my mom say those words. And at the time, I was 13. So honestly, I didn't fully understand suicide at that time. Like, it wasn't taught. It wasn't something that was like normal or anything, or something that I heard or knew about, really. So I didn't really know. I knew like somebody gonna kill themselves, maybe hang themselves on the door or something. That's what I figured. But jumping in Lake Michigan, that's a bit extreme, sis. So I laughed at her. And when we got to the hospital, I got her phone. I called my auntie, and I told my auntie, like, Mom said she gonna kill herself. She like, girl, your mama just talking crazy, talking stuff. Now at the time, me and my auntie was like this, okay? That's my BFF. That was my girl. And so I could talk to her about anything. And I told her, and I believe what she said when she said, mama just saying that, she just talking crazy because she's stressed out. And I'm like, you're right. That's exactly what it is, girl. Whatever you say, that's what it is. And I had another cousin at the hospital at the time, and I felt like I should have said something to her, but I didn't, because I just took my auntie word for it. And then I just left it at that. I'm moving on. So it's time to leave the hospital. DCFS called, because now they're investigating. They like, this baby got burned in your care. What's going on in the home? So, she was like, they gotta come over and look at the house. They gotta inspect, look at everything. Now at the time, my mama did tell the landlord, hey, the water, we've been telling him, the water was getting extremely hot. It really was. It was getting extremely hot. And he never came to fix it. So when DCFS said they was coming with the police or whatever to inspect the house. So when we got home, she was telling me and my sister, like, come on, we got to clean up. We got to clean up. Now I was helping her. I was doing what I can or whatever. My sister kind of wasn't helping too much. I don't know. I think she was just stressed, her baby in the hospital, you know. I don't know. But I was helping her. And I tried. And when they came, my mom was just so upset. And she was just like, they left. When they left, she was like, that's it. It don't even matter no more. It's over. It's over. And I'm just like, okay. You know, I'm thinking like, okay, we good. No. She was like, it's over. Like, it's done. I'm really about to go jump in Lake Michigan. So now it's getting a little bit more serious. I done already told my auntie. She said it was okay. Now she's saying it again. Now it's getting a little bit, now I'm starting to believe you a bit. And at that time, she had her phone, because that's all we had was a cell phone. I forgot why we didn't have a house phone. We had one, but I don't know, I couldn't access it, I guess. So, maybe an hour go past. She in the kitchen. She in the kitchen writing letters and stuff. She in big envelopes, packaging everything up. And I'm like, I'm thinking maybe she's sending my brother a letter, because my brother was locked up at the time. Maybe she's sending him a letter. I'm like, okay. So she pulled me and my sister and tell us that she's gonna commit suicide. She's gonna kill herself. And that she wants to go be with my brother that passed away, my stepdaddy that passed away, her sister that passed away. She's just telling us, like, that's what she want to do. She want to go be with them. She over it. And we just telling her, me and my sister telling her, like, well, what about us? You know, what about us? Your kids that's here. And she just was saying, she's sorry. She don't feel respected. She don't feel loved. Like, and we just like, how could you not feel that when, you know, we doing everything you ask of us. Everything, you know, kids supposed to do, we doing it. And she just didn't feel it at that moment. So she started like giving us everything, just like, you know, telling us she's sorry and she love us and saying, I want y'all to stay in school. I want y'all to graduate high school. That's something I never did. I want y'all to finish school. Please finish school. She love us. Take care of the kids. That's her main number one thing. Take care of the kids. The kids, my younger 3 siblings, okay, including my nephew. So that's always been my goal. Take care of the kids. So, okay. So she gathering her stuff. She put her IDs and stuff in a Ziploc little bag, like little keys and stuff. She was giving it to me and my sister. She was asking us, like, what do we want? And I'm not gonna lie, I believed her, but I still didn't believe her. Me and my sister was sitting there crying with her, okay? And the lady still was just like, she gone. She's like, she leaving. And so she asked me, did I want her phone? I told her, yeah, I want her phone. She said, you want it right now? I said, yeah, I want it right now. She was like, why? You gonna call your auntie? I was finna say her name. She's like, you gonna call your auntie? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, you gonna tell her what I said? And I was just like, yeah. And she was like, Keita, why you can't respect my wishes? I don't want to be here anymore. Just respect my wishes. And I just cried some more. And you know, she told us, me and my sister, go upstairs. She didn't give me her phone. She didn't give me the phone. She told me and my sister go upstairs and lay in her bed with the kids. And so that's what we did. And me and my sister laid in the bed and we just cried together. We cried because it's kind of like we knew, but we didn't know. And you know, our sister cried together, okay? And we were just like, she gonna kill herself. Like, what are we supposed to do without our mom, who is, you know, everything? She was our mom and the dad. My dad, they had just got a divorce. So what are we supposed to do? I don't know. She kept coming in and out of her room, getting stuff, like packing this stuff up. She's sending stuff to people, to, you know, whoever, letters and stuff. So at the time, she got the writing me and my sister a letter. She gave us a letter to read, so we reading it. She ended up writing more letters. She writing everybody letters, her goodbye letters. And so then, she left at 3:45 a.m. I looked at the clock. So I stayed up the whole night. She kept telling me to go to sleep, go to sleep. No, I wasn't going to sleep. Because I guess I had to see it for myself. I don't know. But I wasn't going to sleep. I couldn't sleep. How could you sleep with some news like that? You can't sleep. So I went, I'm trying not to cry, but she opened the door and she just stood there for a couple of minutes. I'm not gonna lie, she stood there for a couple of minutes. And it's almost as if she didn't know if she should leave, if she was just scared she couldn't leave. Like, so she was trying to make up her mind, should she leave or not. She closed that door. Baby, I jumped up. I ran to the window. And I just see my mama just walking out the gate, walking. I ran downstairs, put on my stuff. I ran outside. I didn't see my mama nowhere in sight. And it was so much snow outside. So much snow. I didn't see my mama nowhere in sight. And I just said, okay, go back inside. Just go back inside, because I was going to run and find her. Take me with you, sis. Please take me with you. And couldn't find her. So I just went back in the house. Okay, 6 o'clock coming around, like 6:45. I said, okay, she ain't back. We wake my brother up. We tell him what happened, that she said she's gonna kill herself. And he just immediately like, why y'all didn't tell me? You know, yelling at us. We just like, she ain't tell you? You ain't know? Because she told us. But I guess not. And we like, she ain't back. She ain't here. Calls my auntie. My auntie probably like, why is she calling me so early in the morning? But I called. She came right over. And she like, we just gonna look at these little buildings and stuff or whatever. She was like, y'all still go to school? So we got the kids ready. And my sister was in high school at the time. And I was in 8th grade. So I had to take all the younger kids to school with me. And my sister went on to her school. So that's what happened. And at the time we was doing ISET testing. And so I was in class. I got there super early. So my teacher's like, you ain't never here this early. What, like, you know, before everybody's here, before breakfast was served, you know, like, what are you doing here? And I was just like, nothing. And I remember, like, we didn't have gadgets. We didn't have nothing to look at. Remember, I was just like messing with my fingers, twiddling, and just, I don't know what was going on. And I just couldn't talk. And so my friend got there to school, and I told her, I was like, she said she's going to kill herself. And I just broke down crying. I broke down crying. my God. I broke down crying, and they told me to go to the bathroom. I was in the bathroom with my friend, and I was just in there crying. And another teacher came in who was actually like my mama's best friend at the time too. She came in, she like, what? Your mama said what? So she just calling my mama, no response. So everybody just panicking. And they like, okay, we gotta get back because we gotta take this test. We went back in, we took the test. From then, it was just crazy. It was just so crazy. We went back home, and my auntie told us to just like pack your stuff up. Just pack your stuff up. Pack your stuff up. Y'all just gonna come to my house now. It's my big sister, me, my little sister, my little brother, my baby sisters, 5 of us at her house. And she already got another kid. And she got a 2-bedroom. So it's all us packed in her little bitty old apartment. Crazy. And we were just there. And they were just trying to figure out where she could possibly be, what's going on. I think the next day we was at the house, the police was there, and we was talking with my granddad and the police, and I remember the police was saying some crazy stuff, and we were just like getting so upset. And then next thing you know, they put the report out for the missing person, because I think it had been 24 hours or something like that. They put the report out. I'll probably take a picture of that. They put the report out, and that was that. After that, maybe a few days later, it was a few days later because I remember the date. A few days later, so my mom went missing on my nephew's first birthday. Yeah. And so, we had to go to a meeting with DCFS. So we're in this meeting, my cousin's there, my auntie's there. We in there talking they in there talking, and we in like a kid's room or something. They come back, the DCFS workers like, my auntie and them crying. They like, yeah, give everybody a hug. Give us a hug. We gonna see y'all later. They gotta take y'all. Oh, baby, we was crying. We was crying, and I just will never forget that feeling of feeling like they're taking us away. They really taking us away. They really taking us away from our family. And I have never, ever experienced that, or that pain of like knowing, it felt like, you know, somebody was just kidnapping you, snatching you away from everything you know and love. I don't ever want to feel that ever again. And I remember feeling it. And so my heart hurts for other people who has to go through that, because I know how that feels. And the whole time they took us, and we kept saying we don't want to go, but we didn't have a choice. We didn't have a choice. They put us in this van. They asked us what we wanted to eat to try to make us comfortable. And they took us to a group home. They took us to a group home where we stayed for 1 week. We stayed for a week at the group home, and we were separated from my younger siblings. So me and my big sister was on the top floor with the teenagers, and my younger siblings was on the bottom floor with the younger kids. So the only time we got to saw them was, we didn't go to school. We didn't go to school at all. We went to school like once or twice, But we didn't get to see my siblings until it was breakfast, dinner, or it was time to go to school. And like I said, we didn't go to school for like, we only went to school like twice. So for breakfast and like dinner, we'd be down at like in the lunchroom, like, did they touch you? Did they hit you? What did they do? Who is anybody in the room? Like, you know, we used to ask them 1,001 questions, like, who said something to you? Like, what did they say? You know, we were just questioning them because it's our job to protect them now. Like, it's no family members here to protect them. Nobody that love and care for them here besides us. So that was it. And they gave us phone calls to make, and I was calling my auntie every day, and she was just asking like what was going on, and I was telling her I was ready to go. I was just telling her I was ready to go. I did not want to be there at all. I did not want to be there. I did not want to be there at all. So when we finally was able to leave and go home, they took us back to where they separated us at. So when they took us back there, that's when they officially separated me and my big sister, and my baby sister. They put us with my auntie, and then my little brother and my little sister, they took them and they went to my other cousin's house. And oh my God, it was such a rough time for us. So we never been apart like that, ever. We never been apart like that. So that was so rough on us. So rough. And moving forward. My birthday comes up, my 14th birthday. I was so happy. And I remember just praying. And my wishes on my birthday was that my mom can come home. And this is my first ever birthday without my mama. So I spent my 14th birthday without my mama. My first ever birthday. 3 days later, March 15th. I guess a normal day, as normal life is going to get at that point. Goes to school. Come back home. Actually, we didn't, that's not the story. Go back. My auntie baby daddy was picking us up from school. Okay, that's not unusual. And so I remember we was just asking him questions and stuff, but he had my brother with him. That was unusual. So my brother, he brought my brother. We was all in my auntie house, and we asked my brother like, "What's going on?" My brother's like, "It's not good news. It's not good news." So we just like, "So what's going on? Tell us." And he's just like, "I can't tell you. I can't tell you. It's just sad." So it's kind of like we knew, but until it's told us, we don't know. So that was that. Whew. So they told us to get ready, get dressed. We going to church. We arrived to church. I should have known it was something. And like most of my family was there. They had all us together, the siblings together. So we seeing my younger siblings, and we just happy to see them. And then my pastor, who's been my pastor for years, he comes and tell us, so on this morning, a guy was running along the bridge, and he spotted a body along the bridge and called the police. Police identified this person as your mom, and she is deceased. She's gone home to be with the Lord. And hearing that, it was like, I don't know, it just felt like somebody ripped my heart out of my body, because I would have never thought that. I would have never ever in life thought that she would be gone. And you know, my mama would be going around the house sometimes, and like when we'd get on her nerve, she'd be like, "Y'all gonna miss me when I'm gone. Y'all gonna miss me." And like, I remember our churches, but it was some train tracks by our church. And I remember so my mom died of hypothermia, which is basically when you freeze to death, because she was outside in the snow for hours. And like I said, we had just had a blizzard, so she was outside in all that snow. And she froze to death. That's how my mom passed away. So I would still say she committed suicide because she knew what she was doing. But some of my family members be like, she didn't commit suicide because she froze to death. But this is me. This is my story. And that was her intentions, to kill herself. And that's what happened. So that's that. That is how my mom passed away. She technically died when I was 13, but they didn't find her body until I was 14. So I always just tell people I was 14. And it's a bit confusing because around February to March, I'm usually always like sad and depressed. And it's pretty much, I don't even know when my mom, I don't know the exact day that she passed away. You know, like someone had a heart attack, you know, they died this day. I don't know, because it took a month to find her body. It took a month to find my mom's body. And that's when we got answers. That's when we got our closure. And that's when life happened. You know, that's when we had to go be in DCFS custody. And we was state property. But this is my story. And I'm glad I got it off my chest. And I'm able to tell my story. How my mom passed away. Okay, guys, thank you for watching. I have so much other stuff I could tell you guys about after the fact my mom passed and what happened after that. Being in DCFS care, so many things. Tell me what you guys want to see next, and I'll share that with you guys. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you, y'all.